All right, so I went ahead and bought the ALS-1306, and it calls for 240 volts. So I know there's people out there that we can jump it off of a 110 one circuit, 110 of another circuit, and get to 240 volts, but I want to go ahead and put in a designated outlet just for this amplifier. And there's not a lot of videos on how people do it. There's there's videos out there how to do it, but they don't really show you how to do it, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to show you how I did it. This is not an instructional video on how to do any kind of training with electrical work. You need to contact a local licensed electrician and follow any code or regulation, local regulation in your area. This is going to be about 250 feet. So this is half of the house, and then around the corner it's an L shape. There's another half of the house. So overall it's 250 feet we're going to run. And I'll have a designated outlet just for my amplifier and the breaker in the panel, and I'll show you in the video how to do that. All right, so you want to locate where you're going to drill your hole. And this is actually a stud, and I don't know why they put this piece of board there. That's about where I want to drill at. So I'm going to mark off a spot. I don't know if you can see that stud there. It runs right along with this electrical cord. So this is the light switch going to the light. So it's along this wall right here is where I'm going to drill. And we'll just mark it off and drill a hole. So that was our stud. And I don't know why they put this board here, but we drilled through it. And that will go down the wall in between the two sheetrock. And we will push our cable through there and fish it out. On to the next step. So now I have to move all this Christmas stuff on the other side of the house to get to the main breaker panel. So I get to move all this stuff. Yay me. Okay, now we have to crawl over this down a hallway. And here's the fun part. That is where the main is. So I gotta get this slack through there and push down into the main. And then we'll go reroute the other end. But that's where we're at right now. So this is how they gotta go into my main. What in the world? Why wouldn't they put a piece of pipe coming up here? Alright, so now all we gotta do is, this was a 30 amp breaker, and I went ahead and changed it out to a 15, and then we'll land our two wires, turn it on, and then we'll go check our voltage at our new plug. Alright, so it's the moment of truth. We just fired in our 15 amp breakers, two legs. We terminated it in the socket in the office, and you always want to make sure you have the right voltmeter. You have it set towards AC. That's DC, ohms, and then amp clamp. So we're going to go to AC, and then we're going to test the leads once we turn the breaker on. So we turn it on. It didn't trip. That's a good sign. And then we'll check the voltage. All right, so the panel's on, and don't forget to relabel. We changed out the breaker, and we moved to a new location. So when they changed out my AC last week, as in the previous video, we didn't need this 240. They all come together now, you don't have to have it. So I had this extra space. I could take out, I think it was a 30 amp, and I put in a 15 amp I'll also have a 20 amp, just in case this one doesn't hold. But just make sure you relabel the breaker panel when you do something. And now we will go and check the voltage in the office, see how it works on the plug.